We're at SCWS World in London, and I'm very pleased to be joined by Ervins from Tele2 Estonia. Ervins, good to see you. Now, you were talking on stage earlier about small cells, and I was wondering how small cells fit into your wider network infrastructure strategy. Are they an important component?
Yes, they are an important component. So I think that for us, like the small cells, we are regarding the same as we are like deploying repeaters in building solutions. So the small cells are the part of our toolkit, how we are solving the issues or like some kind of loss capacity and coverage issues indoors.
And what sort of deployments are taking place? I know that the Small Cell Forum talked a lot about enterprise deployments for one.
Yeah, for enterprises, like more or less, I think that the major issues with the big enterprises is that we know that they have more stable offices, so they usually probably also own the property, so then we can invest into the in-building solutions. The major thing is about those flickering parts, so SOHOs, or the medium enterprises, they are changing. So that's why where the small cells are quite important, because then you can have a quick fix, quick solution for just to solve the issues that they are feeling, and if they are moving to the new office or changing or adding something, and so this is the way how we are addressing.
Does this mean that the distributed antenna systems that used to sort of fill these coverage problems, are they now being pushed to one side?
I think that it's still about where the application areas. Still that the distributed antenna systems are the best solution if you're talking about the big capacity when you are public places. Of course, there is always an issue that there is some kind of legacy or the old buildings where you cannot do or install this distributed antenna systems, but usually when there is a new construction ongoing, so I think currently it's like a must that the mobile operators are always interested to join in and to, during the construction phase, install this in-building solutions. I think the other part is still, for the small cells, the majority of interest is still in the residential market. Because usually, like you saw, there is a trend that the people are building more those energy efficient houses, and this is a case where even the windows are not the best case to penetrate. They are just also, how to say, reflect the radio waves. So that means, and this was so some issues. I had some. I remember, in my experience, even in Estonia, we have the one customer who has an energy efficient house, and inside the house there is a complete, I would say, white spot. However, outdoors, everything is okay. So, and then the only solution is just you need to install some active system inside.
And you've talked about building architecture being a problem. What other problems do you have to overcome in order to roll out small cells effectively?
The next big problem is, of course, the backhaul. Because usually when you want to meet the customer expectations, it's usually occurs in some kind of very strange places, or you cannot even, how to say, imagine how you will, I don't know, pull the fiber there. So that's why this is a question how to deliver the backhaul, whether you have to lease some lines, where there is any possibilities. And especially this is the biggest, I would say, challenge for the outdoor small cells, because not usually you can, how to say, dig or install something on the lamppost. There is a solutions about this microwave access, or even the offload to the Wi-Fi and use some kind of, I'd say, different intricate workarounds. But at the end, it's also added some kind of additional cost. And the other part is that for the older deployment is also what we found out, that it's not so easy sometimes also to get the electricity. Because usually we have is a kind of a presumption that electricity is everywhere. But when you're talking about putting in the pole or in the middle of the walking street, then you start to see that it could also cost you a fortune, because you have to dig, you have to change the payment. And
Excellent. Thank you very much.